Guys, hangover gang. Tomorrow is Tom's day or Tom Day, but I just peeped this question in my feed and it's our guy Tom. So I just thought I had to publish a reaction. So, guys, the question is, when did you realize you'd made it? Let's listen to our man Tom, hangover gang.
Samantha Lee says, what's one phrase that describes the day that you realized that you made it? Look, I was just actually thinking about the concept of making it today. And I was sort of just thinking about what that means and what it's meant to other people and how defining making it affects people and their careers and shit. I think that when someone thinks that they've made it, I think that's a bad fucking sign.
Totally agree with Tom there. And it just goes to show that he is an intelligent dude. Guys, not only is he intelligent, but he's astute. I mean, a lot of people would just say, oh, yeah, I make it, whatever. But Tom's actually analysed that question and he's broken it down before he makes an answer. And that is why he is an intelligent, astute human being. I mean, your version of making it may be totally different to my version of making it. But in fact, what is making it? I don't understand what making it is. I mean, how do you know when you've made it? He's absolutely correct there. I mean, what is making it? Let's listen to Tom, and I'm going to go deeper into this myself.
I think that if you think that you've made it, you become comfortable, you become complacent, you become satisfied, and then you become stale and you become unmotivated and you stop working and you start fucking your life up. So I'm not gonna say that I've made it. I think that saying you've made it is like climbing to the top of a ladder and then you have nowhere else to go because you're at the top of the ladder. There's only one direction to go and it's down.
He's so right. I remember I was doing business studies, if I remember rightly, and I think it was Maslow, like Maslow's law, and it was self-actualization, and that is in essence being the best that you can be. So when you say you've made it, what does that mean? What it is for artists, for whoever, people in work or whatever, what drives them is being the best that they can be. So literally, there is no you've made it because, like, say for instance, Tom. Right now, people will say, "Oh, Tom's made it," but Tom himself, if you look in the mirror and say, "Look, I can do better with A, I can do better with B, C, D, E. There's so many aspects of my game I can improve and get better at, get more efficient at." So this is, the thing. Like you say, you've made it. I mean, it's making it material wise, like the money wise, whatever. But Tom, his self-actualization is to drive himself to be the best Tom he can be. I don't know about what does making it mean. I don't know. I mean, I probably would take that Maslow's law and look at the self-actualization and try to be the best me that I can be. But even then, that to me, there's more that I can do, or there's more that I will try and strive to do. I will never sit there and say, oh yeah, I'm bad, I'm this, I'm that. No, I'm just driving forward and moving forward as much and as far as I can go. And that's it.
So in my life, I'm not going to concentrate on making it. I'm going to concentrate on adding rungs to the ladder.
Exactly,
So I
Tom.
always have somewhere to climb.
Tom, this is why I have an affinity with Tom. Tom is the same. No, that no, that's me being rude and facetious, etc., and bragging, etc., etc. So please scrap that, people. But I feel an affinity with Tom because so much of what Tom says and so much of Tom does and so much of what Tom's been through, I've been through those same things. I've done those same things. I've got those same aspirations. I have the same drive, goals, etc., etc., etc. I've had the same, so many similar situations, scenarios as Tom. I told you before, I've been following Tom for more than 2 years, well before I even ever thought about reacting on YouTube. I have an affinity with Tom. I feel so much and so many things Tom says and does. It's uncanny. And I believe a lot of you people, hangover gang people, the same. You know, this is what keeps us together and molds us together. But Tom, exactly what I just said. So I'm going to rewind that, you know. So look, you know, what is making it? Tom,
I'm
speak.
not going to say that I've made it. I think that saying you've made it is like climbing to the top of a ladder and then you have nowhere else to go because you're at the top of the ladder. There's only
Absolutely.
one direction to go and it's down. So in my life, I'm not going to concentrate on making it. I'm
Mm,
going to concentrate on adding rungs to the ladder. So I always have somewhere to climb to.
mm.
I always have a direction that I want to move in. I always have something that motivates me. I always have a goal that I'm chasing.
Guys, I discovered later in my life, and I should have known this a lot earlier, and Tom is, I'm certain this is what he's alluding to. Seriously, guys, and I say this on other hip hop bits and pieces that I do. Really and truly, guys, you need a plan. You need a plan in your head, a plan that you write down, and a plan that you watch, you listen, and you work to. You need a plan in this world. Plan, 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 plan. And that is the way you move forward. Because a lot of the time, if you don't plan these actions or whatever you're trying to do, they're not going to materialize. You plan because you can look back at the plan and you can say, well, this time last week I was here. This time next week I want to be there. Plan, 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 plan. And that's where I messed up. Plan, everyone, plan.
I don't ever want to get to a place where I'm like, well, I've made it. Because what the fuck do you do then? You know what I mean? Like, did the Rolling Stones ever make it? Or did they just continue going and going and going and going and going and going? Even
Absolutely,
Robert
Tom.
Plant, the lead singer of Led Zeppelin, he's still making music today. Did Robert Plant ever make it? Or did he just keep fucking going? You know what I mean? And that's what I want to do. I don't
Be the best that you can be, Tom.
want to
Hangover gang.
make it and stop and observe and be like, well, I've done it now. I've reached the top of this mountain and I've made it and I've done it and it's mission complete. Like, I don't ever want mission complete. I don't ever want finished. I don't ever want done. I don't ever want made it. I just want to keep climbing and going further and faster and harder and doing more and making better stuff. And just that's how I want to move. I get super hyper depressed when I have nothing to do, when I have nothing meaningful going on, when I don't have something important that's on the horizon. I need somewhere to go. I need something
Absolutely.
to work towards. I need that for my own personal mental health. So
Can't make it up, guys. It is so true.
I will never define anything I've any place that I reach as making it. It's just a place that I've arrived at, and there's many more places that I still want to go. So I'm just gonna keep fucking charging.
It's Daisy. Thank you, Tom, for that answer about making it. I mean, really? Can you imagine asking the same question to all these celebrities, etc., etc.? I can imagine what their answers would be. But Tom is astute, he's intelligent, he has integrity, he's honest with his words, and he's humble too. I mean, if we could even reach a tiny fraction of what Tom's achieved so far, that would be enough for most of us. But I understand Tom, he's driven. He's driven to be the best that he can be. And that's the way a lot of us are made, you know. And this is the reason why you have these, you know, like your I can't even remember the guy's name at the minute. Like, say for instance, you're Richard Branson, and I was going to say another guy's name, but I just can't remember. What was it, Warren Buffett, whatever his name is? You know, this is the reason why these guys, you know, they've technically you could say they've made it, but they're working just as hard today as they were 10 years ago and 10 years before that and 10 years before that. These guys are driven, you know. And if you ask them, have they made it, they'll probably say no, there's so much more to do. But this is why I like and I respect Tom. And the last thing I was going to say is, when I first saw Tom, I looked at Tom, I heard, you know, a song or two, whatever, but I looked at him for 2 or 3 seconds and I said, you know what? I want to play this song. Let's see what this guy's about. And that is because people judge a book by its cover. And if you judge a book by its cover, the one thing that the one major problem about that is if you judge a book by its cover, you may be missing out on a blockbuster. Seriously, you may be missing out on a blockbuster. So I've put that out of my head now. I don't care what someone looks like, etc., etc. But it's, do we connect? That's the most important thing. So whether it's in music, sport, TV, blah blah blah, whatever, I'm looking for a connection. If there's a connection, then yeah, we can speak. If there's no connection, then never the twain shall meet. But guys, I absolutely love Tom's songs, but seriously, Hangover Gang. I listen to a lot of what Tom speaks, and what he speaks makes a lot of sense to me, guys. But hey, that's the end of me preaching in my sermon, etc., etc. Please put your comments in the comment section, good or bad. Did you like this clip? Did you like what Tom was saying about, making it in this world? Who knows? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. At the same time, please can you like, subscribe, and share? And please can you hit that notification bell? Because yeah, that's the only way that I'm going to grow. But I'm going to keep up with these reactions. And guess what? Tomorrow is Friday. No, it's not Friday. Tomorrow's Tom's Day. And I'll be dropping a Tom reaction for you guys. Remember, Fridays are Tom's Day. Hangover Gang, I'm out of here. Lots of respect to you guys. And you know the score. Look after yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Peace. Thank you.